Hi, everybody. It is Friday, October 7th. And yeah, I just want to do a real short video. Uh, I know a lot of people are asking, well, so am I, to be honest. I'm always asking, like, oh, what's coming? What's coming next? We always want to have, dates on things and what's going to happen and when's it going to start happening. Um, Best way for me to explain kind of how it works for me is I get I get some just basic information. Now the reason why is because of not only for my own safety as well as you know I can't change a lot of the plans that are being made uh, because I'm not in on the planning parts of it. So I'm just an intel gatherer. I'm boots on the ground. I relay what I'm experiencing, what I see. They see what I see. Experience what I'm experiencing, and it's a form of documenting it too. Um, but as you can also kind of figure it out, we're basically in a battle between negative forces and positive forces, trying to change this system that we're in, this slavery system. Because planet Earth is become a slave planet. We just don't realize it. Um, Most people don't. So, um, yeah, so that's the reason why I don't, they don't give me information to relay to the public because it's basically by talking to you guys, I'm basically talking to the enemy. They, they know exactly what I'm saying. So I'm not going to go, oh, by the way, we're planning on, you know, doing a sneak attack, whatever. I can't say that because obviously, whatever I say is going to be picked up by everybody. So I can't really do that, but I can kind of just guide you in the way of saying like things are going really well and stay positive. And what I was going to basically touch on is, I guess the next big event that I'm aware of that they've been help changing is the financial system. So as you know, because we're being farmed and we've been, man, they've been messing with humans on Earth for a long time. But I'm just saying, in order to control us, they have to take over the political governing systems. So they're all involved in governments all around the world. Now, whether it's with blackmail or how they pull it off, but they play the long game too. So they've been doing this for thousands of years. But the hundreds of years that we're aware of, yeah, they've been controlling us for so long. But one of the main ways to do it is obviously through government, but also through financial. So we're all a slave to this money system that they've set up for us. That's why it's not a coincidence the banks are in on it because yeah, it's a money system. So and it's a system that's made to keep us in debt and enslaved. That's why they're always raising the prices on everything. So you never seem to get ahead. So the money system is probably the most difficult thing to fix, as far as I know. So they give me heads up on kind of how it's going to roll out in the future. I don't say a lot about it yet because I'm not really allowed to say too much about it at this point. Other than it's going to be awesome, but uh, what it boils down to is they want to make this transition as smooth as possible. So they've already set up a system. It's probably known as the quantum financial system in the background, and they've got it up and running to a certain extent. And what it is they want us to transition to it. Now it's either that they crash the old system or they make kind of a merger. So what I've understand is they're trying to make it as a soft transition as possible. So it'll probably roll out something like this because we all know that we're dealing with the fiat money system, which is basically just money made based on nothing other than just it's a digit. The value is based on whatever we say it is. We're going to go back to a hard asset money system, uh, gold backed, precious metals, things like that. So that's what they've got up and running in the background. So when we transition to it, what they've shown me, I mean, this is years ago too, is it'll probably be, I don't know, maybe some event or something that's going to do it, but it'll be a way that we could trade in our old money system, like a dollar for dollar, to a new, whether it's printed a new dollar bill or whatever, that'll be gold backed. So, and they basically showed me this years ago, that we're going to have probably a year to do it. So that way there's no panic. So we've got a year to transfer our old money into the new money system. So how this is going to come out, I'm not sure. But I'm just trying to give you kind of a little bit of heads up that that's kind of the next project, from what I understand, that they're trying to do right now. And as you know, we're getting help from like off-world entities, which they're part of us anyway. But you guys that'll be another thing that's going to be disclosed over the next few years. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be disclosed to the public, but they realize it's going to have to be a real slow rollout for people to get up to speed, because it's pretty shocking. Because we're not supposed to live our lives like this. We're not supposed to be slaves and whatever. It's just the way our world is set up is just not right. So we've got to fix that system, and we can't do it overnight. There's no way. It's just too shocking, and there's also just too much change to do. So it's going to be a slow change, and so over the next few years, we're going to get more disclosure on, okay, first of all, how corrupt our political system is. That's coming out right now, as you notice. So it's getting more and more obvious to people who are picking up on that. And then it's going to be how, for instance, our history, we've been lied to. So a lot of truth is going to come out about our real past. And then there's a lot of hidden technologies, which is basically stuff, it's really old tech, but we'll call it new tech again. We're going to be coming out with that. So they're all going to be connected to basically freeing mankind, including the new financial system. It won't be based on everybody being really rich, and just being selfish, like, okay, I want a whole bunch of stuff for myself. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but all I want is just my freedom. I just don't want to be a slave to the system anymore. I don't want to have rich mansions and fancy cars or anything. All I want is to not have to work 7 days a week just to try to make ends meet. So I just want to be financially stable and free, so that I can actually just do what I want to do for a living. Because I still like to work, but it's just that I don't want to work at something that I hate or that I have to do in order to eat. So anyway, that's what we're going to be changing over to. It's more of a freer society. So as you can imagine, the way the world should be run and the way it is run right now it's going to be quite the change. So it's going to be a slow rollout. That's all I can say, you guys. It isn't going to be as abrupt as people think. So, and like I said, as far as the financial system is concerned, they keep, in a sense, giving me guidance, saying it's not going to be a big crash, and it won't be bad in that way, that it's just going to be, everybody's going to lose money and their jobs and stuff like that. So it's not going to be like that. Somehow it's going to be more of a slow transition. It probably will be based on some sort of event, but I'm not sure what. They haven't told me. So I'm just kind of give you a heads up. That's really the main thing that I think that we're going to go through next, is probably a financial change. So I don't know how it's going to play out exactly. So yeah, that's really all I've got for now. I mean, I know a lot of stuff, but again, I'm still not allowed to say anything, because it's basically what I'm going to say is I'm telling the enemy what I know, and I can't. I'm not in that position yet. So once we get our freedom, yeah, I'll be telling you guys a lot of stuff that's pretty hard to believe what's going on. But that's all I got for today. So all I can say is just don't worry. There's not going to be World War III, nuclear event, anything like that. No, the next big event that I know of that we're heading to, like I said, is the financial change. And it's not going to be as bad as you expect. It'll be smoother. They're trying to make it as smooth as possible. It's very, very difficult to do. So to be honest, I'm looking at it going, I don't know how they're going to pull this off, but somehow they keep giving me confidence that it'll work. So I trust the plan, and I sort of just go with what they're doing. We're getting help from behind the scenes, you guys, and we've already won this war. So it's just about this transition between an old system and a new system. That's really the pain in the neck that we're going through right now. Okay, that's all I got for today. Have a good week. Stay positive. It really works. Okay, bye.